so let's start it. ठीक है, so टंडल इफेक्ट हो गया था, ठीक है। so थोड़ा सा भी इसके बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं, let's discuss it, ठीक है। So in the last class, let's take a little bit small revisit of this topic, that is scattering of light. So basically scattering of light is the phenomena which means that light goes in the random directions, ठीक है, due to the suspended dust particles or water droplets into the atmosphere, ठीक है। Okay, so before and after that they basically spread out in random directions. Okay, so and the scattering depends on two things. First is the wavelength of light or the wavelength of color. It means that because white consists of 7 colors, right? Okay, so it consists of 7 colors. So when it's basically it's split into these 7 colors, so every color has different wavelength. Okay, and due to that scattering occurs according to the wavelength. Okay, next thing is that size of the particle. Like it depends which size of particle is scattering which type of color, right? So on the basis of that, I've told you about that the blue color of white light having shorter wavelength. So it means, and next is that red color having a longer wavelength. I've told you about this. And the next thing is that this dust particles and water droplets that are very large in terms of radius, they scatter they scatter the light as a white light, or in such a manner that they do not, you can say it does not basically split it into multiple colors. It is scattered as a single source of light, dust, large particles of dust and water droplets, right? I've written it here. The large particles of dust and water droplet present in the atmosphere scatter the light, such as due to which the scattered light appears white, right? So it does not basically appears like white, blue, bluish, reddish, okay, or orangish type thing. Okay. And there's extremely minute particles, that is air molecules like oxygen molecules, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. So basically they are very minute. It means that very small size particles. So they scatter the blue light mainly, blue color of light. Okay. So that's why our atmosphere is blue in nature instead of any other color. Okay. So size particles matters. They will, and they basically the scattering of light depends on the size of the particles. Every size of particle will scatter, you can say, different color of light. Clear? Please say yes or no. Because in our atmosphere, minute particles are infinite, very minute particles. So that's why it's the blue light scatters the most. Okay. Clear, everyone? Hello, Nuha. Assalamu
Yes, sir.
alaikum. Nuha,
Walaikum salam, sir.
how are you?
I'm good, sir.
Sure, that's good. आयशा, नुहा, गैल्विन, क्या हुआ बच्चों? आप लोगों ने कैमरा क्यों नहीं ऑन किया? एनी इशू?
Sir, I did on.
हाँ, आपकी स्क्रीन विजिबल है, योर वीडियो इज विजिबल। आई एम आस्किंग टू गैल्विन, माहा एंड नुहा।
Sir, I have issue switching on my camera.
अच्छा, ठीक है। गैल्विन?
Sir, I have some issues with my camera, sir.
अच्छा। आयशा?
Yes, sir, I am also having some issue.
अच्छा, ठीक है। अच्छा, अच्छा, okay, no worries. So बच्चों, but okay, let me tell you one thing. The main motive to switch on your video is to just see your face expressions and to have the interaction on a very good level, right? So that's why I'm requesting to all of you, like Maha, basically is already there on the camera. So I'm requesting to all of you, those who have issues in their device, in your devices, please replace your device with any other device so that we can have face-to-face interaction. Okay? So the main motive to see your videos is that, right? Clear, everyone? Okay. So please and please, I'm requesting to all of you, because देखो, आप लोग नहीं देखोगे मुझे, so that would be like मैं एक just एक बोलने वाला एक इंसान बन जाऊंगा आप लोगों के लिए, right? But if I will see your faces and look at your expression, so that would make a little bit more interesting. ठीक है? And आप भी मुझे देखते हो. So ठीक है? So from next time onwards, please and please replace your device with any other working camera device. ठीक है? Nuha, Aisha, Galvin, clear बच्चों? अरे एटलीस्ट से कुछ तो बोलो।
Yes, sir.
चलो ठीक है, ठीक है, ओके। So now let's understand it. One more thing, I would like to write it here. The range of visible light. Visible light is the spectrum, is the band of seven colors which lie in the electromagnetic spectrums, and the wavelength of that range of visible light, wavelength range of that band is 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. Achha, tell me, this 400 and 700, can anybody tell me the name of the colors which possess this wavelength? Like, I'm not asking the middle one. This is the least, this is the max. Can anybody tell me which color is this and which color is this? Maha, Galvin, Nuha, Aisha. Anyone? No one. I did I did discuss this in the, I think so, dispersion of light. wavelength topic. अच्छा चलो ठीक है बात है. So basically 400 nanometer is the wavelength of the violet color. ठीक है. 700 nanometer is the wavelength of the red color, because red is the like red possesses the longest wavelength and violet color possesses the smallest wavelength, right? Clear? So this is violet and this is red. ठीक है. अच्छा, उस चीज को मैं यहाँ पे और लिख देता हूँ ताकि आप कंफ्यूज नहीं हो जाओ. ठीक है. देखो, ऑर्डर ऑफ वेवलेंथ, because sometimes you will find out that questions will not include violet or red. They will include the colors between them, like orange, yellow, indigo, blue, right? So, and green. So these are the colors in which you have to understand the order of wavelength or the frequency. Clear, Maha, Galvin, Aisha, Navaha?
Yes, sir.
Acha, who wants to take science in the 11th standard? Anyone here from this class? Acha, Maha. Galvin, Aisha, Maha, आप लोगों का क्या? आप लोग भी साइंस लोगे बच्चों? What is it? Web cure. RO. Indigo. So this is the ascending order of the wavelength. Clear, everyone? So this is the ascending order. It means that red has the maximum wavelength. So I'm writing it decreasing. Decreasing in this manner. Right, everyone? Okay. And if we talk about the order of frequency, can anybody tell me what will be the change in order frequency? No one. Achha. This sign will get reversed. Only this sign will get reversed. It means that violet has the max and red has the least frequency. Clear? Okay. So I'm writing it like this. So in this, it is increasing. Clear, everyone? So you have to remember, or you have to understand this order to do the questions which involves the, you can say, which light will you can say scatter the most, which light will refract the most. These kinds of question includes these you can say order of wavelength and frequency. Clear, everyone? क्या हुआ everyone? What happened? मजा नहीं आ रहा क्लास में? Nobody is responding. At least no yes, no, no. I mean nothing. Only a very bland. What happened? Aisha, Nuha, Galvin, Maha.
Yes, yes, sir.
What happened, Machu? You are not responding in the class. Is everything fine or not? Please let me know once.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. So at least respond to me if I'm asking something. Okay?
There's a little bit of
Galvin.
background noise, so I wasn't responding.
अच्छा ठीक है Maha, कोई बात नहीं, no worries.
Yes, sir.
If anybody has some mic issues, you can answer me in the chat. If anybody something like that, no need to worry. But at least say yes on it, so that I should assure that yeah, you are getting my point. Okay. So is this clear? So this is the range of visible light. Okay, visible light involves these 7 colors, right? It's a spectrum, or you can say band of light, band of colors. Okay. Now let's understand why the sky is blue. Okay, from now. Okay. So now this is the conceptual question that will be there in your school exam, because I've seen in the just give me a second. Just give me a minute. Okay. So let me ask. This is the question. This is a conceptual question, that why the sky is blue. Yeah. So this is the fact that sky is blue due to the scattering of blue component of light by the air molecules that causes the blueness in the sky. Okay. So air molecules majorly scatters the blue color light in the atmosphere so that it appears to be blue, right? Okay. Why does you can say, if you talk about the violet, if you talk about the violet and blue, they are very much, you can say, comparable, right? Why blue is only scattered? Because violet has the shortest wavelength. It means that it cannot travel to a much larger distance. So that's why it basically diminish after some point of time. But blue has some longer wavelength than violet color, so that's why it is more scattered than the violet color. Sometimes a question will ask that why sky is not violet, why it is blue. So you will say that the violet blue has the longer wavelength than violet, so that's why it travels more than the violet color. Okay. So let me write down the first thing, the blueness of sky.
Sir,
Yes, Maha.
but the sky is not always blue, right? Sometimes pink,
Yes.
orange.
And you can include that pink or orange into a similar category, because that happens only when the sun is rising or when the sun is setting, right? So the reason is that at that point of time, sky is very much far away from the atmosphere, right? It's around the horizon. I've told you about the horizon point, right? So it is very, very far away from this earth at surface. So that's why sky appears red, because red has a longer wavelength. It travels more distance than the blue color. So that's why sky it becomes red or orange in color. Clear? They go red, orange, yellow. These three are very much, you can say, closer to each other. Okay. So this part is basically deleted in your portion, that why is red or orange at the time of sunset or sunrise. So that thing we will not discuss, but the reason is that red will travel more at the time of sunrise or sunset. So it has to travel more distance because sun is very, very far from the earth's surface. So red is red is the only one which has the longest wavelength, right? So that's why it travels more. So that's why the sky appears red, or you can say orange color in the sunrise or sunset.
Sir,
Check it. Ha,
then shouldn't it always be red?
always be red. Didn't get your point.
like usually the sky is most of the time it's blue, right? But like
Huh.
red has more frequency, so shouldn't it be red more
Red
times?
has no, red does not have more frequency here. Frequency, red has the least frequency.
No, wavelength.
Wavelength, yeah, you can say wavelength. Yes, tell me then.
Like red, orange and yellow have more wavelength than
Hmm.
blue. So shouldn't the sky most of the time be red, orange, and yellow instead of blue?
Okay, ठीक है. So, acha, tell me one thing. Scattering means spill out. Like you must seen that a farmer basically spill the beans into the ground like this, right? Yeah. So scattered means, bache, scatter means to spread out in multiple directions, right? So right now, if we talk about the blue color, so at that point of time, sun is very not that much far from the earth's surface. So that's why the blue color spills out the most, but the red color do not, because it has to travel a lot lesser distance than the actual horizon point. So it will not scattered at that, like you can that much to the blue color. So scattering is the point. When it travels the most, so that's why it will look like it will has to travel like the red color has to travel a more, you can say like this. देखो यहाँ पे मान लो 100 किलोमीटर उसको ट्रैवल करना है. So at that point of time, but blue color जो है वो 10 किलोमीटर में ही वो blue color spread out हो जाता है. But 100 किलोमीटर में red will look like more than the blue color. ठीक है? So that's why red will only be seen when the distance is far. You can say when the distance is huge between the surface and the sun. Right? You must have seen that why the sky appears white in the noon. Have you observed that thing? Yeah. So when the sun, when the so you can say sun is basically above our head around 12 o'clock in the noon. So basically, the sun is very close to the Earth's surface. It is basically almost perpendicular. So all we, as you know, this thing perpendicular is the shortest distance between anything, between 2 points. Perpendicular is the shortest distance, right? So the light will not diffract or scatter at all. So light will come as a white light only, because it does not have to travel that much distance so that it gets scattered. So that's why the sky appears white in the noon. Clear? So these are the reasons that like at every point of time, there are multiple phenomena happening in the sky as well. Okay? In the morning, it appears red because the sun is very far from the Earth's surface. That's why the red color will scatter the most, because it has to travel a longer distance. Then if you basically around 10 o'clock in the morning, so the sky will appear blue because at that point of time, sun becomes a little bit closer to the Earth. So that's why blue color is more dominant, right? But after the in the afternoon, around 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, sun is very close to the Earth. So that's why the scattering is not happening in the sky. Only the sun appears to be white. Then again, in the you can say if we talk about the evening, the sunset point. So the sky becomes basically goes very far from the Earth's surface. So that's why red color will scatter the most. Clear? So these are the 4 phases of the day: sunset, morning, noon, and sunrise. Oh, sorry, sunrise and sunset. Okay. So these are the 4 phases. And each phase is red color, blue color, white color, red color. Okay. So these are everyone. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Chalo, theek hai. But okay, so sunset and sunrise is deleted from your exams syllabus. Okay. So we don't have to study that. Is this clear to all of you? Please let me know once. And then other, you can say other reason, like red does not get scattered by the air molecules because air molecules are very minute. They do not scatter that much longer wavelength. As I've told you that a longer wavelength will be scattered by only water droplets or dust particles that are larger in size. And the minute air particles will scatter the blue color of light, right? Okay? Yeah. Please let me know everyone, Maha, Aisha, Galvin, Nuha. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you will write that. Yeah. Scatter. Instead of light, right color. Smaller wavelength. Okay. Larger wavelength. Please let me know everyone. Is this clear? So that's why.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay. Ajay, tell me if like why the space, outer space is black in color. What is the reason? You must have seen that when you see the space videos like astronauts go into the space. So you can say the space is completely dark and black, right? So what's the reason behind that?
There might be no white light.
They might no white light is there, sun is there, na? Sun is there. There go. Light does not require any medium because light is coming from the space to the earth. It means that light can travel into the space as well, right?
No, I guess it's because of the air molecules.
Air molecules, ठीक है, Maha said it. Galvin, Nuha, Aisha. जल्दी से आप ही बताओ मुझे what happened, what's the reason? Galvin, Nuha, and Aisha. I'm asking something.
There is no atmosphere to scatter light.
ठीक है, Aisha. Nuha and Galvin, you are both are left.
No,
No idea.
ठीक है, Galvin. Nuha, yes, you are saying something.
no atmosphere.
No, yeah. Obviously, like, okay, so those who said no atmosphere are absolutely right. So when the sky, if you see that outer space, there is no atmosphere. It means that there is no oxygen, no carbon dioxide, nothing is there, no atmosphere, right, to exist, right? So that's why the light will not scatter at all. So therefore, the sky appears dark and black instead of blue or any color. Okay, so the light requires any, you can say, light requires the atmosphere or the molecules to get scattered. Okay, clear, everyone? Sure.
Yes, sir.
Chicken. So if similarly, if we talk about the Earth, if suppose that there is no atmosphere in the Earth, it means that our atmosphere, our sky will look black, completely dark, like the outer space. Okay. So if suppose that there is a question comes into your exam that like suppose like they will ask that what will happen if Earth has no atmosphere. So we'll write it will be completely black because there is nothing to get scattered. Okay, there are no molecules or particles to get scattered. Okay. So if you talk about this A, Acha, in the next class, I'm requesting to all of you to revise the whole chapter. We will do the MCQs of NCRT exemplar. Okay? So those numericals will involve the complete chapter. So it's a request, it's a humble request to all of you. Please and please revise the whole concept of this chapter so that we can do that numerical. You can say MCQs in a proper manner. Okay? Because I will answer all the like questions, so that will be not beneficial for you. At least you should get prepared a little bit so that you can at least attempt them. ठीक है? Maha, Gavlin, Aisha, Nuha, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. ठीक. Because MCQ of NCRT exemplar comes into the exam as it is. ठीक है? So that's why we'll do this. ठीक है? And from the next class, like that will take half an hour to complete those numericals. And in the next class, we'll start the new chapter, that is electricity. Okay, so electricity is going to shock you a little bit, but no need to worry. Okay, this is the reason. Another reason, another you can say concept of point, if you talk about. So outer space is black due to the like no existence of the atmosphere. Okay. Clear everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Sure. Acha, everyone, have you seen that whenever you see a kind of danger signal, like you can say, like there is a kind of very skeleton type like this example. Let me paste a picture so that you can understand it. Just a second. Like this skeleton man, basically. Okay. So why this background is red? Why this? Yes, sir. Why the danger signs are red in color? Anyone?
It's easily visible.
Easily visible. Easily visible to like to all the colors, and like green is also easily visible. Blue is also, violet is also. What's the specific reason to be to draw this thing on the red color? Anyone? No one. Let me tell you. So basically, the thing is that you must have seen that fog particles, like in the like it is easily visible in the, you can say, summers, because there is no fog particles, so nothing smog like thing, right? So, but in the winters, if you talk about the winters, it's complete, like everything is completely, you can say, hidden by the fog or smog, right? But if you talk about the this red color, so it will travel more than any color, because red color possesses the longest wavelength. So that's why it will scatter the least, and it will be easily visible. You can say from a very far distance. Okay, from a very distant point. So it's easily visible. So that's why it is in red color. All the danger signs, danger, 440 walls, and something like that. Right? Okay. Because if you
Yes,
talk
sir.
about the blue color, if you talk about the blue color, so blue color will not travel that much to red color. It will scatter, so that after, and due to that it will not be visible. But red color will travel more than any color, so that's why it will be easily visible from a very point, you can say, far point. Okay, distant point. See, point is, it seems like I'm only teaching to Maha. Nobody's responding. Like other three are there, but it's look like they are inactive. They've just sitting in the class and just like watching a recording. Is it?
No, sir.
No, no.
No,
So
sir.
it means that you have, like, your responsibility is to answer, at least say, just to inform me, sir, yes or no. Okay, so Bacho, this class is all for you. Like all of you are there in the class, so please be you can say active in the class. Take it. So danger colors. Red in color. Becomes Please let me know, everyone, is this clear to all of you or not?
Yes, sir. It's clear. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, now in the last class, I just forgot to mention the Tyndall effect properly. So that's why we have 8 minutes. So let's do the Tyndall effect again. So Tyndall effect. Do you know what you mean by Tyndall effect, Bacho? Must have studied this thing in the 9th class as well in the chemistry. Homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture. No. अच्छा ठीक है, let me tell you. So
Scattering
basically
of
Tyndall
light,
effect.
right?
Scattering. Yeah. So basically, Tyndall effect is the process, or you can say it's the phenomenon of scattering of light by the colloidal particles suspended in the solution. So colloidal particles are those particles, you can say them they are visible like sand. They are not completely soluble in water or any kind of liquid, right? In solvent. So those particles are called colloidal particles. Okay. So that's why that due to that colloidal particles, when the light is basically striked on this on the solution, so the due to that the path of that light is completely visible, and that is called Tyndall effect. Clear, everyone? So it's not that much, only definition is there. Okay. So Tyndall effect is the scattering of light by this colloidal particles suspended in the solvent or solution. Okay. So when the light rays passes, it is scattered. Okay. And is inversely proportional to the lambda to the power 4. Okay, so this basically, this is not written in NCERT, but I'm giving you as like whenever you write the scattering definition and write down all the factors, so you will write scattering of light is directly but inversely proportional to the we can say by power of 4 power of lambda. It means that higher the wavelength, least will be the scattering. This law is called Rayleigh law of scattering. Okay, so Rayleigh was a scientist, or you can say a physicist, who gave this law as called Rayleigh law of scattering. So you don't have to write the specific name. So that's why there is no need to understand, like remember this. Just remember this, you can say proportionality, that scattering of light is inversely proportional to the wavelength. Power is 4. Clear? So this topic is done, or this chapter is also done. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts so far?
No, sir.
Sure?
Yes.
Sure. So after this, like this topic is done, so in this after this class, so assessment will be active. Just allow me a second. Okay, so another thing is that I'm requesting to all of you, please and please do the revision for the next class, because we will be doing the questions of NCERT exemplars. So that will require the revision. So, okay. And like in a half class, we will do the numericals, and in the half class, I will give you the introduction of electricity chapter. Okay. Like we'll understand what charge is, what is the value of magnitude of charge, and what are the factors affecting the charge, what are the different properties of charge as well. Okay, so in the half hour we will be like properties of charge will be completed in the next class. Okay, so this will be our the progress in the next class. Okay, everyone.
Okay, sir.
Chalo, that's great. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Allah